I just can't help it. I'm starting to feel it now, you know. I just want you guys to know that I never voted for Donald Trump. I voted a straight blue goddamn ticket. I'll tell you guys. That's right. I blew it. I fucking blew it. And I'll always blow it that way. But this way, you know, when I'm thinking about how many fucking ways I get a fucking... Well, how many ways I get a fucking fry a fish? Now, you think of this one, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Jon Stewart, by the way. Me and the Holy Father, we just love goddamn comedy. I gotta chew out Jim Van Cleve. Jim, I loved you and your dad. You know, when I found out that your dad had Alzheimer's and stuff, I called you and consoled you, Jim, about your dad. You know, but I bet you don't remember that either. Short memory, Jim. So anyway, I got to chew out all these people today, and I'm thinking to myself, Donald Trump's the Antichrist, and yeah, bless him, he is the Antichrist, isn't he? Because I fucking enjoy it, because when I spun that wheel, I become uncursed. How Donald Trump can fulfill his obligation, what he's gonna goddamn do. And you know what? Beach balls are bigger if you'd like to kiss one of those, but just think of it. I get to watch these people burn candles at both goddamn directions, and they're gonna be ashes under my feet. I think Joe and Mr. Trump should get together, Genocide Joe, and Donald the Trump card. Hey, I got my goddamn Donald Trump hat, his 45, right there on the fucking hitch of my fucking car, because I never supported him. I'll tell you the goddamn truth. I'll tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, or whether I even like it or not. Why? Because I've been goddamn cursed and now I'm blessed. Oh, and Susan Jane Donahoe just called me. Told me that down there at that storage unit where the asshole is, Howard, he started harassing Susan Jane Donahoe over my mini storage. And there's a couple items that's down there in that storage unit was left out there and fucking right there in front of my mini storage. I put some stuff on, put it inside because it was just goddamn out there. They'd like to fucking start Susan says they're going to continue charging me. Howard down at fucking Oak fucking Park fucking mini storage. You shouldn't abuse that girl. Because the Holy Father's Son is right goddamn here, and you fucking goddamn are on my goddamn grievance list. And fuck, I couldn't give a fuck about you. I have a receipt that says my thing's been cleared out. Thank you and hope you come again. Fuck you, you do not fucking have the right to harass that woman. That guy down there at Oak Park, Howard, is nothing but a harasser, and Susan's calling me like she's worried. You know what? I told her she did a fabulous job. The girl did me a favor by sweeping out that mini storage. I told her, I said, you're not obligated to move their shit out there because that's their crap. They put a lock on it. They're like, they're going to charge me for my shit like it's some kind of goddamn dirty deal. I told the woman down there, fuck you and fuck Howard. And I want everybody to know in Camas, I goddamn have a personal grievance against that son of a bitch because he looked in my mini storage at fucking just worthless pay dirt. And he made something goddamn out of it. His goddamn greed. He's a fucking Republican and he's goddamn fucking going straight to fucking hell. There's no forgiveness for some asshole like that. Howard, fuck you. And by the way, that woman that called me, I goddamn know who you are. You should be fucking ashamed that you would pick up that goddamn phone after you've seen me down at the fucking, the park. Down at Steamboat Landing. You should be goddamn ashamed. And Patrick, bless you. You are 10 times the person that Howard is. And if Howard fires you, good. Howard should be goddamn ashamed for every fucking thing he's goddamn done. And by the way, just a bunch of backbiters. I see. And I goddamn the Holy Father sees too. Howard, you've been fucking notified by me. Don't harass anybody because you goddamn don't have the right to. And that goes for anybody else. And Susan told me they're down there cracking down in town. I don't give a fuck whether Donald Trump's the president or not. Get those goddamn signs down, and you run this motherfucking place like it's a goddamn business. And that fucking person that's down there at the Chevron station, right down there, she's harassed a good employee, and I think maybe the woman has been let or walked out of the business. That backbiting woman was still there harassing people the last time I checked, and I contacted Chevron. Oh yeah, I go right to people and I tell them what the goddamn problem is. That woman was supposed to be suspended and go through retraining before she came back on goddamn the job. And Chevron fucking failed. You know, I'm the Lord. I goddamn see the fucking evilness on people. It's goddamn too bad, so sad, that it's the way it is. And by the way, Donald Trump, hey, he's your next president of the United States. Obey the fucking law. I want Donald Trump to reach over there and fucking do whatever he's going to do. You know why? Because the Holy Father's in control, and he'll use evil for fucking good. Isn't this fun now? Because now we got to see what the Holy Father has in store, because I guarantee you, back in 2014, I had a Bible shake in my hand and the keys fall out into my lap. And I swear I've told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I've been blessed by God Almighty. And I goddamn can boast about it. I could literally boast about it. I could put my hand in here on red writing. I couldn't touch red writing in the past. So when I became cursed at 1007 7th Street, Camas, Washington, I told myself I would never come back here to Camas after the fucking what I gone through. And guess what? God forced me to come back here to find the Sharia woman, and then to refine Susan Donahoe. That would end up bringing me a Bible for $10 and showing up on my birthday. With this added power, we knew that front and rear hydraulic brakes were a must. No shit. You cannot make this stuff up. You really can't. You know, God used me, God used Susan Donahoe, and I told Patrick down there the story. Patrick, I told you, and I'm pretty sure that you check in and you tune in now. I told you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and thank you for buying Susan a burger. She told me how nice and kind you was, Patrick, and I said that Patrick would be kind, and anyway, I'm sure that Patrick is becoming a believer. Sometimes it takes a little while, you guys. Why would you fucking believe me? But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't blow smoke up your ass, but I do smoke good pot. I want ladies to have women's rights, because why? They're as good as a man. Why shouldn't they have their own rights? Why should men be in exclusive clubs of assholes? Yay! Well, I've gotten 1,000 now, baby, on there.
The 20% is still a chance. Don't take me away. This is why the law and order right hates court procedures when applied to them. Courts are the last remaining guardrail that has a standard
whatever you want to do.
Presentation. It is the last place where you have
Dude, you've got a choice though. You've made it through the first death. And I'm telling you, I witnessed stuff. It's an amazing life, I'll tell you that. And
here are his lawyers in court.
Today he won the election Will he still say that it's fraudulent? Huh?
Here is Rudy Giuliani pleading.
It doesn't matter. I told you guys the truth. And anyway, that's Jon Stewart, and I'm not. He does the news a lot better than I do. And when you want to tune into the news, maybe you should turn over here so you get a little comedy involved in it. And
an absolute fraud. What does Giuliani say about that in court?
Jon Stewart and any of these here people shouldn't be banned from comedy. I mean, the ex-president of the United States, the next president of the United States can use comedy all he wants. But when somebody else uses it, it's not good. You know, it's called calling the pot goddamn black. But I tell you this very day, Donald Trump is, and they call him Genocide Joe, which I don't believe that at all. Well, let's just Mr. Law and Order. I've been done so goddamn wrong. My dad was D.B. Cooper. My dad was the Zodiac. Hey, you guys, just check this out. And by the way, I had a set of keys fucking drop into my lap. Am I an enemy of the state? Or am I the Holy Father's chosen one? Because I'll tell you what, I feel very confident that, you know, good things come to those who wait. And I never told anybody in my life that I didn't believe in the Holy Father. I believe in the Holy Father with all of my heart. I sat with Terry Lance Shortridge during the 10 Commandments, and I gave my life over. My friend Terry had Hodgkin's disease. You know, he was faced with death. He was in remission. He had an uncle, Pete, that was a preacher just in Glenoma. And, you know, I got a lot of history. And, my gosh, I can't tell you about the story about Luke. This one day I'm heading towards Randall, Washington, up where I go gold mine. I took this boy named Luke with me. And I get up by Glenoma, and I get up to the Rainy Creek Cemetery. And I swear this happened. Oh my God, this happened. All of a sudden, and I'm sitting here, there's my friend's cemetery where he's in. And right there, he's in the corner of that cemetery, and I'm looking there as I'm coming up the road. And all of a sudden, that boy says to me, he says, "Do you know when my birthday is?" And I said, "No, I don't know when your birthday is." And he says, 12/12. Oh my gosh. I slam on my brakes. I take a hard left. There wasn't no cars coming. We could have easily ended up in the cemetery graveyard in my car. But I pulled it right there, and I was just right there on the edge of the road. And I pulled up, and I said, "You got to get out of this car. My friend's buried right over here that was murdered in front of me. And his birthday is 12/12. And Luke wouldn't get out of it. Luke would not get out of the car. And but I pulled right there, and I told him the story. I never told him about Terry Lance Shortridge. I never told him about this murder. I never told him nothing before that very day. And I'll leave you with that one. And also, there's a story about a ring. A ring got put in my dresser drawer. My stepson got killed in a car wreck on the Brown Road. And 2 other boys, Kyle and Andy, got killed too. And the Adolphson boy kicked out the windshield. Oh, Brian kicked out the windshield. The Adolphson boy got out. He's the only one that lived. Tragedy. Just tragedy. And I've had that place upon my heart too. But the ring was found in my dresser drawer, and when I put the ring on, I walked through a room. My son said, "Where did you get that ring?" And I said, "Why? Does it mean something to you?" And he says, "That's my brother's ring. He died with it on. I want to know how you got it." True story. All true. And if you think that was something, and it was, I bet I got a whole bunch more, like breaking a rope. A nylon rope in front of someone when I was desperate to put out a fire. Anyway, you guys have a nice day, and hey, if I'm lying, I'm dying anyway. And I made it this far, so that's just the way that it is. And have a great day. Bye-bye.